Hello and welcome back to Dice and Anarchy. Tonight we're playing a three-way commander game, and I am playing Abomination of Llanowar.
I am playing Zhulodok, Void Gorger.
I'm playing Zoraline, Cosmos Caller. Bat Tribal. No sleeves.
Dropping one. And I am good with my hand.
3.
I'm good with mine.
10. 10.
10.
3.
Roll off. Change them out. 3 dice. 5, 6, 11.
13.
No, it was 5 and 6. So it's 11.
What about the...
It was a 6 and then 3 and 2.
Oh, I thought that was a 5.
It was 11. And I got 9, 8, 5. That's a lot.
That's dumb.
Okay, so me first. Draw. Play a Shambling Vent. Comes in tap, pass.
Draw. Sunscorched Desert comes into play. That can deal 1 damage to target player. I'll deal 1 to you, Joe. Your turn.
Shit.
And tap, upkeep, and draw. Land return is a forest. We're going to tap the forest, and we're going to play Llanowar Elves. And I will pass.
Tap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna play a Lump Flower Village. A Lupin Flower Village. And I will pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Zalfrin Void. When it's battlefield, scry 1. Your turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Limp turn is going to be a swamp. We're going to tap 2 to play Gallagrators. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control, I may choose one that hasn't already been chosen this turn. I'm going to tap 1 to play Azuri's Archers. And when I play that, Gallagrators is going to trigger, and I'm going to create 1 tapped treasure token. I will then pass my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Swamp, 3. Phyrexian Arena, pass. I take a life and draw a card.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Bonder's Enclave. Your turn.
Untap. Upkeep. No triggers right now. And draw. Lamp returns a forest. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4. To play Elder Fang Venom. Attacking elves I control have Death Touch. Whenever an elf I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. Do either of you have any blockers?
No, I played an arena.
1 going at each of you.
1.
Yes. I'll pass.
Yeah, untap, at my upkeep, I lose a life and draw a card. I drop a turn. I play Scavenger Grounds, tap 3, Zoraline. Pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Rogue's Passage. Tap 4 for Ichor Elixir. It's a fancier soul ring, so it can do stuff with the planar die. Your turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Lamp returns a swamp. I'm going to tap 3 to play Abomination of Llanowar. When that comes into play, I'm going to choose to put a +1/+1 counter on Gallagrators. Moving into combat, a 1/1 and a 2/2 your way, Sean.
So 3.
Yes. I will pass.
Okay, untap. At my upkeep, I lose the life. Draw a card. Draw a card per turn. I will play a swamp. I will tap 2 for a life creed duo. It is a 1/2 flying bat bird. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, I gain a life. I'll tap 3. I will play a starlit Soothsayer.
Soothsayer?
Soothsayer, it's a 2/2 flying. At the beginning of my end step, if I gain a lost life this turn, surveil 1. That's a creature entering, so I gain 1. Else, do you have any flying blackens?
I have
Reach.
a 1/2 with reach.
1/2 reach.
Whenever it blocks a creature with flying, it gets +3/+0 until end of turn.
Wow. Alright, Sean 3 commander.
3.
And I gain 1 life for bat attacking.
Commander. 1, 2, 3.
And then I'll move to my end step. If I gain a lost life, which I have, surveil 1. I will put that into my graveyard. It'll be a Starscape Cleric. And I will pass.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. 4. 4th Rand Dynamo. And then I.
Response. Never mind. I'm good. Go ahead.
Then I will tap 5 to play Horizon Stone. Your turn.
What's Horizon Stone do?
If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead. That's the one I used to float all my mana onto.
Before you pass the turn to me, I'm going to tap 1. I'm going to Nature's Claim that. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Its controller gains 4 life.
Wow.
Now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Untap. Upkeep and draw. At return, there's a forest. I'm moving to combat. I'm going to tap 4 to play Vraska's Contempt. Exile target creature, planeswalker, and I gain 2 life. Combat. I'm swinging you with a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 4/4 menace, vigilance, death touch. And I'm coming at Sean with a 2/2 and a 1/1.
I'll take the 4 commander, right?
Yep. I will pass my turn.
Untap, upkeep, I lose a life, draw a card, draw for turn. I will play another swamp. Oh, but you said it's still a 4/4 static?
It's the amount of elves I control plus the number of elves in my graveyard, which is 4 total.
It's got vigilance?
It's got vigilance and menace built in, and when it attacks, it has death touch.
Elves in your graveyard or?
My graveyard.
I'm gonna tap 6 for a skeletal vampire. It's a 3/3 flying. When it enters the battlefield, I get 2 1/1 flying bats. And that'll be 3 creatures entering, so I gain 3 life. 2 flying for you, Sean. And then at my end step, I can surveil because I gain life.
Gained or lost life, correct?
I will keep that right there.
I'm done.
Yep.
Untap.
Got some bats.
Upkeep, draw. 6 for Zhulodok. Your turn.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Untap. Upkeep. And draw. At return, there's a forest. I'm going to sack my treasure token for 1 black mana to play Insatiable Avarice. At the same time, I'm going to tap 2 colorless to search my library for a card and shuffle it and put it on top. And I'm going to pay 2 black for target player to draw 3 cards and lose 3 life. So I'm going to search, put the card on top after I shuffle, and then draw 3 cards once the card's on top.
Yep.
So that one.
Do you have to reveal it?
No. I put this card on top and then I draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. I didn't do combat this round, huh? Total foe. 4/4 vigilance, menace, death touch. How big's your guy?
7/4.
7/4.
I'll take the 4.
We'll swing you with a 1/1 death touch. That was commander damage as well.
Yeah, I'm at 8.
I'll pass.
Right, untap. Upkeep. I take a life, draw a card. Let's draw a card per turn. I buy another swamp. I'll tap 5 for the return of Acolytes. Deepest Betrayal. The Bat God. I'll also tap 2 for the Pilgrim, which is a 2/3 death touch.
No, Haley.
No, Eternal Pilgrim.
2/3 death touch. That's 2 creatures entering, so I'll gain 2 life. Sean, do you have any flying?
No.
That'll be 5. 5 in the air.
No commander.
Nope. 5 in the air, and then I'll move to my end step. I'll gain a less life, so I can surveil. I'll put the Strig in my graveyard, and I'll pass.
1 tap. Upkeep draw. Tap 1 for a soul ring. Then I'll tap 7, 8 for a Breaker of Armies. Now I get to Cascade for 8.
Everything able to block that has to.
Yep. Warden of Geometries. Second one for 8 or less. Thought Not Seer.
Woo!
Oh, whoa. Thought Not Seer. When enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. Rip. May choose a non-land card from it and exile it.
Crater
When
Hoof
Thought
Demon.
Not Seer leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. Duraga Warcaller.
Yeah, what else would you choose?
Blood Pact? Who has what for blockers?
A lot.
I got a 4/4 death. No, not death touch. I got a 4/4, a
4/4.
1/2, a 2/2. Yeah.
We got 4/4, Death Touch, Bats.
Okay. Your turn.
Untap. Upkeep and draw. 1. I'm gonna paralyze your Breaker of Armies. Taps it when it comes into play. You gotta
Yeah.
pay 4 mana to untap it. We're gonna pay 3 for Blood Pact. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. My land per turn is a forest. We're gonna tap 3 and 1 for Beast Whisperer. That's an elf. I'm gonna put a +1/+1 counter on Galley Greeter. Whenever I cast a creature spell, I draw a card. That also brings up the Abomination of Llanowar to be a 5/5. I'm going to swing the Abomination of Llanowar at you, Sean. It's a 5/5 Vigilance, Menace, Death Touch.
Death touch.
Yes.
I'll block it with a 4/4.
It's got Menace.
How big is it overall then?
It's a 5/5.
5/5. With death touch, apply to both of them.
Yes.
I'll block it with the Warden of Geometries as well.
Okay. What's their total power again?
2, 3, and a 4, 4.
So it's going to deal 6 damage to my Abomination of Llanowar. And kill it?
Joe, you can draw a card.
I get to draw a card?
I thought not seer dies. Opponent gets to draw a card.
Whenever an elf I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. I'm good at that point.
Okay. Tap. Upkeep. I lose a life. Draw a card. An arena. And then drop return. I'm going to play a swamp. I'm going to tap 5 for Zoraline. Commander attacks. That's going to gain me a life from this. I'm going to tap 2 for the Dust Hunter Bat and 1 for a Thoughtseize. I'm going to gain a life from the Dust Hunter Bat. And how many cards are in hand?
1.
Five.
Yeah, I'm going to Thoughtseize you, Sean. Reveal your hand, I choose a non-land card. And then I lose 2 life. I'm going to get rid of the Mystic Forge.
Discard it.
Now I can swing with a bunch of bats. Alright, Sean, I think it's all coming out of you. 5, 7, 8, 12. It'll be 12 damage fine. And I'll gain 4 from lifelink, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from bats attacking, so I gain 10. And go to 41. And then when Zoraline attacks, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, I draw a card. And if someone discards a land, I get a bat. I'll pass. 41, 41, 13.
And,
What a game.
upkeep. Pay 4. Untap. Breaker of Armies. Draw. 4 and 3 is 7. I'm going to Desecrate Reality. For each opponent, exile up to 1 target permanent that player controls with an even mana value.
4, 1, 4, 2, 1.
You can't take
I'll
out
exile
these,
your Gallagrators.
Okay.
What are your evens?
It would be like the Pilgrim or Skeletal Vampire. Probably Skeletal Vampire. 6 drop. You can't take out these 2. They're 5.
I'll exile your Airly, your Pilgrim.
The Pilgrim?
Yep. And then it has Adamant. If at least 3 colorless mana was spent to cast this way, which it was, return a permanent card with an odd mana value from a graveyard to the battlefield. And return a Horizon Stone. Your turn. No, sorry, it's not your turn, because that was so that was a colorless spell that was 7 or less, so I get to Cascade for 7. Exactly on the money for 7. Sadly, is all is dust. Each player sacrifices all permanents they control that are 1 or more colors.
That's a permanent?
Exile non-land. It's to the next non-land.
So
all permanents with colors?
Yep.
what's it say?
Each player sacrifices all permanents.
What about the
one or more.
paralyzed?
I got
Technically, you would have to sacrifice this. As
So
well.
with 3 elves going to the graveyard, each of you guys are gonna lose 3 life, and I'm gonna gain 3 life.
Alright, so they're all gonna go to the graveyard?
No, force sack.
Zoraline will go to the command zone. Acolytes, when it dies, I can return to the battlefield transformed.
As a land.
As a land. Right. It is actually a temple of the dead.
Second cascade. Spatial contortion. 2 draw. Cast it on Breaker of Armies. So that way he gets +3, -3 till end of turn. Swing. I'll swing 13 and 7, so 20 at you, Rib. 7, Commander.
20 flat. Okay.
Your turn.
All is dust.
Untap. Upkeep. And draw. I'm gonna tap 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to play Spine of Ishsa. When enters battlefield, destroy target permanent. Your commander. Your turn.
Untap. Upkeep, draw.
This is just target permanent.
So I got
I'm just putting in the graveyard. I can
1,
put it back
2,
in there.
3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 creatures in my graveyard. So this card is going to cost 6 less. So for simple 1 swamp, I'll play a Hollow Marauder, which is a 4/2, flying. When it enters the battlefield, any number of target opponents each discard a card. For you don't have you have one.
Yeah.
For each of those opponents who didn't discard a card with mana value 4 or greater, draw a card. What's the mana value on
5.
5. So, who didn't discard a card
I didn't discard a card.
with mana value 4 or greater.
You get 1 from Rip because he didn't even discard.
Okay. Yeah, what about you? It was 4 or
It was
greater.
5. Yeah, it was 5.
So, I draw a card. Then, I'll tap 3. And tap the Temple of the Dead. Transfer Temple of the Dead. Activate only if a player has 1 or fewer cards in their hand as a sorcery. So I will get Acolytes back for 3. Let's have 4 for Star Charter. It's a 3/1 flying at the beginning of my end step if you've gained or lost life this turn. So yeah, I'll move to my end step then, and I guess nothing's happening. I'll pass.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Temple of the False God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It taps for 2. 3, 4, 5. Forsaken Monument. Colorless creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever you tap for a colorless, you add an additional colorless. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life. So that would be 4. That would be 7. That would be 10. He's 6 plus 2, so 8. Float 2 onto the stone. For Zhulodok. I gain 2 life. Zhulodok gets +2/+2. So does Breaker of Armies. Who has blockers?
4/2, 4/4, 3/1.
Rip 12. Your turn.
Untap. Upkeep. And draw. 5 to play Abomination of Llanowar. Right now the Abomination of Llanowar is 4/4 Menace Vigilance.
4/4.
4/4 Menace Vigilance. I'm gonna pass.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. I'll tap 7.
4,
Zoraline.
5.
Sean, you have no flying blocking?
Nope.
Swing you for 8, 11.
All in the air.
11 flying. 4 lifelink, and I also gain 3 for 3 bats attacking, so 7. I go to 45. When you attack, each opponent discards a card. No lands.
Becomes a 6/6 now.
I gain move to my end step. If I've gained or lost life, I can look at the top 4 cards of my library, reveal a creature card. Top 4 cards. Reveal a. You may reveal a creature card with the power of 3 or less from among them. Put it into your hand. The rest in your bottom of the library. In order. I reveal a Moonstone Harbinger.
Harbinger.
Harbinger. It's a 1/3 flying death touch. Put these on the bottom. Goes to my hand. And I'll pass. 45 to 1 to 12. What the hell?
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Use 2 from the Horizon Stone. And 2 from Temple. For Hedron Archive. Oh no, it would actually be 3 from Temple. So 2 from Ruins, because of Forsaken. Monument. Hedron Archive. That is a colorless spell. Get 2 life.
You gain 2?
Yep. And then I am going to tap 2. Sacrifice it, draw 2 cards. Then return Tyrate Sanctum. 3. And now 4. For Deceiver 4 of Form. That goes off of his 7 or more, so I get to Cascade. 6 for Dreamstone Hedron. And again, that is 8. Eldrazi Mimic. He gets +2/+2. He gets +2/+2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 to go on to the Horizon Stone. And then Joe, I'll attack you with 12 and 9.
All creatures able to block the Breaker of Armies do so.
Yep.
So I have to block the Breaker of Armies.
Yep.
Zoraline dies. No trample, is it?
No.
So chump block that, and I take 7.
Take 9.
Take 9. Go to 36.
Your turn, Room.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. How many blockers do you have?
1, 2, 2.
I'm wide open.
5 elves in my graveyard and 1 in play makes my commander 6/6. 6/6 Vigilance Menace. So ain't you, Joe, too? You already got 8 commander damage from me.
I'm gonna take the 6.
Now you're up at 14.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Okay, untap. Keep draw. I'm gonna play an Elder Brain for 7. 6/6 Menace. Sean, do you have any flying blocking?
No.
Okay. 3 flying. Kills you, right? No flying blocking?
No, no flying blocker.
Alright, 3 straight up. And then it'll be 8 in the air to you, Rip. and I will gain 4. And when it attacks, you have to discard a card. You can't discard a card, so I draw a card. And I gain 4. I'll play a swamp per turn. And I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna swing you with a 6/6 vigilance menace.
Take 6. I will go to 20, right?
Yeah.
20, take the 6. My turn. I untap, I swing.
GG. I need one more elf, and the next card was an elf.